In the book of Romans chapter 13, we find words as relevant today as when they were first written, echoing through the ages with undiminished power and wisdom. The Apostle Paul provides guidance for living a life pleasing to God, offering insights that transcend time and culture. He emphasizes key principles like submission to authority, love as the fulfillment of the law, and living a life of integrity, urging us to embody these virtues in our daily lives. These principles are timeless. They offer a roadmap for navigating the complexities of life, guiding us through both the mundane and the extraordinary. By understanding and applying them, we can experience spiritual growth, deepening our connection with the divine. We can also build stronger relationships, fostering a sense of community and mutual support. The teachings of Romans 13 challenge us. They push us to examine our own lives, encouraging self-reflection and personal growth. They remind us that faith isn't just about words, it's about actions, about living out our beliefs in tangible ways. It's about aligning our lives with God's will, seeking His guidance in every decision we make. This requires a heart of submission, a spirit of love, and an unwavering commitment to integrity, qualities that can transform our lives and the world around us. Submission to authority can be a tough concept. We live in a world that values independence. We're often encouraged to question authority, but Paul reminds us that all authority is established by God. This doesn't mean we blindly follow every order. We must use discernment. However, we should approach authority with respect. This includes respecting those in government, law enforcement, and even within our families and workplaces. When we submit to authority, we are not surrendering our freedom. Instead, we are acknowledging a higher order. We are expressing our trust in God's plan. This takes faith. It requires us to set aside our own ego and desires. But in doing so, we find peace. We find order. Love is at the heart of the Christian faith. It's the greatest commandment, the very essence of what it means to follow Christ. And according to Paul, it's the fulfillment of the law, encompassing all other commandments. This means that if we truly love God and love our neighbor, we will naturally live in accordance with God's will, effortlessly aligning our actions with His desires. Think about it. Love motivates us to be kind, compassionate, and forgiving, driving us to act with empathy and understanding. It compels us to put others before ourselves, to prioritize their needs and well-being above our own. It inspires us to act justly and to seek the well-being of those around us, fostering a community of care and support. When we operate from a place of love, we don't need a list of rules to tell us what to do, because our hearts will naturally guide us. Our hearts will guide us towards righteousness and goodness. We'll naturally gravitate towards actions that honor God and bless others, creating a ripple effect of positivity and grace. Love is not just a feeling. It's an action, a deliberate choice we make. It's a choice we make every day to extend grace, mercy, and understanding to everyone we encounter, transforming our world one act of love at a time. Integrity is about living in alignment with our values, ensuring that our actions consistently reflect our beliefs. It's about being honest, trustworthy, and morally upright, even when no one is watching. In Romans 13, Paul encourages us to live lives worthy of the gospel, urging us to embody the teachings of Christ. This means reflecting God's character in everything we do, from our thoughts to our actions. Our actions speak volumes about our faith, demonstrating our commitment to God's principles. If we claim to follow Christ but live in hypocrisy, we misrepresent Him and His teachings. We damage the trust others may have in us, and we hinder our witness to the world. Living with integrity requires self-awareness and a commitment to personal growth. We must examine our own hearts regularly, seeking to align them with God's will. We need to identify areas where we fall short and seek God's guidance to improve. It's a process of continual growth and refinement, much like a plant growing towards the light. But the reward is great as we build a life that is pleasing to God. When we live with integrity, we experience true freedom, unburdened by the weight of deceit. We are free from guilt, shame, and the burden of hypocrisy, living in the light of truth. We can hold our heads high, knowing that we are living in a way that honors God and brings us closer to Him.